Hey everybody, my name is Sean and I'm from GoSell.ca. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how I can get you more sales and more revenue. I can find and reach out to your potential clients through cold emails, LinkedIn outreach, cold calls, and Alibaba. We are in fact Alibaba's official channel partner for Canada and the US. I've been doing it for about 10 years now, worked with several clients across different industries. One of them quite recently was Rampart. They're based out of Montreal, Quebec, and they are a building material manufacturer. In about 2 months' time, I was able to generate 88 sales qualified leads for them. Out of those leads, I was able to book 5 in-person meetings that actually occurred. And out of those 5 meetings, the client was able to secure an opportunity to bid on a project worth a couple of $1 million. And this is just in 2 months. And of course, we're going to be keep nurturing the leads, keep sending follow-ups and whatnot. So God knows where it's going to end. So that one really went well. And here's what Robert has to say about us. Similarly, I was able to work and deliver amazing results for a company out of Charlotte, North Carolina. It's called UV Port. The owner is Mike. Great guy. Really enjoy working with Mike. And what they do is they sell nitrile gloves to hospitality industries, hospitals, pharmaceutical, automotive. We found and reached out to their potential clients across different channels, mainly cold emails. In about 12 months' time, as you can see, I was able to generate 200 plus sales qualified leads. Added them to their pipeline, warm leads, people who are super interested, want to know pricing, want to know more. Out of those 250 plus people actually ordered the samples just to kind of test the product and whatnot. And out of those 50 plus samples, Mike was able to actually successfully close 10 plus accounts. And as you can see here, some of the accounts are actually really close, really like large, super big companies and whatnot. So that actually also went really well. I can go on and on. We have tons of reviews and testimonials available. You can please check out our website. We are actually super active on third-party platforms like Fiverr or Upwork. You can actually also just check out our reviews over there as well. You're more than welcome to reach out to all of them individually. Had amazing time with them and delivered some great results to all of them. Please visit our website www.GoSell.ca to check out more reviews. On our website, you can also find tons of case studies, things we have done, how we have done and how we have achieved what we have achieved. So it kind of goes over all the details and whatnot. So please feel free to take a look at the case studies as well. A little about us. GoSell.ca is actually a family business. I run it along with my wife. We are based out of Winnipeg, Manitoba. And I have a team across the globe from lead generators to LinkedIn outreach specialists to compliance managers to inbox managers, and I'm extremely proud of them. When I look back and I see how far they've come and how they've learned and evolved themselves, and they really put the clients first, with that kind of mentality, I'm extremely proud of them, and I couldn't be happier. So yeah, this is who we are and this is what we do. Now, although I'm an agency, I'm a company, but I'm going to be the one responsible to deliver. I'm the face of the company. I'm going to be the one dealing with you personally, specifically, it's going to be a one-to-one conversation all the time. You will always see me whenever there's a meeting or anything. So I take full responsibility. It's not like you're going to meet me once and then I'm going to hand over to a random account manager. It's not going to be like that at all. So I really take this serious. On top of the weekly check-in calls that we offer, we also send weekly reports. Every Monday, all the reports go out. Doesn't matter how good or how bad the week went. It doesn't matter how big or how small the client is. Doesn't matter whatsoever. Every Monday you will get a report from us on how we have done and what we have done the week before, just so you are updated, just so you know what's going on, and most importantly, you can then make better decisions together that, hey, if we should maybe change the strategy, maybe if there's something new that we should try, or maybe if it's going well, then maybe just continue doing it. Transparency and availability is extremely important. I have to be available for you guys, so that's why we make sure that we do that for you. Now, let's talk details. So as you know, one of the things we do cold emails, we do LinkedIn, cold calls, and Alibaba. Cold emails is our specialty. How do we do it? The very first thing, just like with any other outreach really, is to find the right person. We have to make sure that the person that we are reaching out to is the right fit. It's going to be a disaster if we are reaching out to a wrong person from the get-go. Doesn't matter how good your offer is, doesn't matter how good I am, how good my script is, how good your product is. If I'm reaching out to a wrong person, everything collapses. So we actually offer unlimited revision in the very beginning when we are finding people. So let's say, you want to reach out to doctors, just for the sake of argument. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go find doctors, put together a lead list, send it to you first, I will only reach out to them once you approve it. If you think that, hey, Sean, I told you to reach out to doctors, but these are not doctors, these are, I don't know, let's say engineers, no problem. Unlimited revision. The outreach will not start until you are 100% satisfied with the lead list. Why do we do this? Because I think that's 50% of the work right there. We have to be able to find the right person. The second thing is about writing the copy. If you're writing one email and copy pasting it to 1,000 people, you do not need me for that. We have to make sure that our copies are personalized. If not personalized, at least we have to do a lot of A/B testing. Now, A/B testing, and I'm going to get to this a little bit later, A/B testing is not just for the sake of A/B testing it. It's also to make sure that our emails are actually looking different. Why? Here comes the other part, the email deliverability. With cold emails, the challenge is actually, as I said, the 50% of the work is, to find the right person. I would say the other 50% of the work is to make sure that the deliverability is there. If you're sending out, let's imagine you have the really perfect list, a perfect offer, a really good product, everything is top notch. But if your emails are going to people's spam, guess what's going to happen? Again, everything is just going to collapse. Doesn't matter how good we are, it's just going to collapse. It's not going to work out. So now, for us to make sure that the emails are actually going to the inbox, not in the spam folder, we have to do personalized copy so that every email looks different. We have to do tons of A/B testing. What we also have to do is we have to use secondary domains. We have to configure those domains, make sure that I don't want to get into technical details here, but DKIMs and SPFs and DNS, all the DNS records have to be configured. We also have to make sure that the emails are warmed up. We recommend at least 3 to 4 weeks of warm up before sending out any cold email. We actually do have an enterprise email warm-up software that we use, so it comes with it. Email deliverability is, our focus. We have to make sure that we are really focusing on it and we have it ready, and we have, the emails should go to inbox. If not 100%, at least 90%. Otherwise it's not going to work out. So that's one important thing that we do with cold emails. We also offer like lead nurturing and inbox management. So if you're sending out thousands of emails, obviously we're going to get response. Now, of course, you're busy. That's why you're hiring us. So we offer inbox management. It's included in our pricing. We respond to the questions. We respond to anyone who responds. We respond them back. Definitely the same day for sure. If not, we do check every single client's inbox a couple of times a day, but the minimum is at least once a day for sure. That's like the bare minimum that we can do, including the weekends. The second service that we offer is LinkedIn outreach. Just like cold emails, one of the really important things that we have to do with LinkedIn is we have to find the right person. That's the given. Even if it's cold calls, with emails, with LinkedIn, it doesn't matter. We have to find the right person. So LinkedIn obviously has that. With LinkedIn, we have to make sure that the profile that we are using to reach out to your prospect clients, your leads, we have to make sure that profile resonates with the messaging. So for example, if you're selling, if you're selling a software, but your profile is all about fitness, nothing against fitness, but it has to make sure that the profile is also, we have to make sure the profile is also about, the people that you're reaching out to or the product that you're selling, So if your target audience is, let's say, fitness, then your profile should also be about fitness. You should post about fitness. You should maybe engage with people in the fitness industry. So we have to make sure that the profile is completely optimized. We have to make sure that there's weekly content. Content is extremely important, although it's not directly B2B sales, which what we do, but we actually include weekly content in our outreach. Why? Because it's relevant. It's extremely relevant. Think about it this way. When you reach out to somebody, they forget to respond. The only way you can now send follow-up messages to them is to send follow-up messages to them. But there's another way, and that's actually a smarter way. Now, they are your connection. They are on your LinkedIn. Might as well post some content related to that guy's industry. That content is actually going to work as a follow-up message without even sending any follow-up message. So they would think of you as an industry leader, as a thought leader in that particular niche that you are in that particular niche that guy is in. It's actually going to be a win-win. It's going to work out. In the long run, trust me, it actually happened to us a lot of times where we reach out to somebody, they forget to respond. Whenever we follow up with them, they're busy, they're extremely busy, but 3, 4, 5, 6 months down the road, they keep seeing our content, and now they're like, oh yeah, Sean reached out to me 6 months ago, let's reach out to him. What's up? What does he do? Maybe he has a need at that time. So content is extremely important. We have merged the content part in our sales outreach, although they're not really linked together, but because they're relevant, we offer that service as well in our LinkedIn outreach services. Just like with emails, we have to make sure that the lead nurturing and inbox management is there. When people are responding back, we have to make sure that we are there to handle any objections. We have to make sure that we are actually booking calls or handling objections and just being there. When people respond, you have to be there. You have to respond right away, and we offer that in our LinkedIn outreach services. In LinkedIn, we have to make sure that there's multiple touch points. What do I mean by multiple touch points? So, I'm pretty sure you know this, that if you have a LinkedIn account and if somebody visits a profile, like if somebody visits your profile, you get a notification. That's a touch point right there. So for anyone who we reach out to, we actually check out their profile a few times, like a few times in a whole month, like let's say 3 times in a month. Why? Because it kind of works just like content. It kind of works like a follow-up message. Then you're no longer a stranger to them. They see your picture, they see your name, and then you reached out to them, and then you're posting content. So everything just adds up. And this is just part of our what we call like a GoSell LinkedIn plan. This is that. So not only we visit the profile, we also, if they've shared something that's super valuable, something interesting, especially if it's industry related, we like it. If it's too good, we repost it. So we do that because we think it's really important. Cold calls. Again, extremely straightforward. We have to find the right person, reach out to them. Cold calls, we do it the old school way. We don't do the hard selling. If you think I know a magic and I have a secret sauce where I can just call somebody and in the first call I can sell your product, I don't want to lie to you. I do not have that. There's no secret sauce. There's no magic. Cold calls is all about consistency, being nice, being polite, handling objections, and converting it into something else, not a sale. It's not that you cannot sell it, not that we have not done it. We actually had some cold calls where we were actually able to sell in the first call, especially for our own business, obviously, because we know our business way better than your business. That's why it's a teamwork. But here's the thing. With cold calls, our call to action mostly is to take that conversation to the next step. We have to make sure that maybe there's a meeting booked. Maybe we have to make sure that they want more information through an email. So it has to go to a second step, so that then you can keep nurturing, keep following up with them and just being there, and maybe email them a few times or maybe meet them on a call or whatever, and then close. So cold calls usually in the B2B space, especially in a larger ticket size, it works as a gate opener or an icebreaker, and then the deal actually happens a few calls after. With cold calls, we have to make sure that you are completely aware of what we are doing, right? So we provide proper notes. You will have access to all the notes, that how the call went, even if they're not interested, why they're not interested, what did they say. We will share everything with you in real time and also in our weekly reports. On top of that, we also make sure, like I personally make sure that we are doing quality control and coaching, because in the first few calls especially, we might screw up. It's part of the game, and I definitely don't want to hide it. Maybe we don't know enough. Maybe there's one specific thing that they ask and we had no idea. Maybe it was just not the right time. Maybe it could be anything. We have to make sure that we are properly coaching our team and doing proper QC in order for this to work out in the long run. And we offer that. We understand the value of it, and it comes with what we do. Alibaba, as I mentioned earlier, we are actually Alibaba's official channel partner in Canada and the US. So what we do is, as you can see, they have different products, like different packages and whatnot. We service it. We make sure that we are a really solid bridge between you and Alibaba. We can set up your stores and provide all the services related to Alibaba. It's not really for all the businesses, but if you're in manufacturing, if you're in exports, Alibaba is a great tool. It's world's only or like world's largest B2B platform anyway. So yeah, if your business is in manufacturing or in exports, please reach out to me. I will be more than happy to walk you through and tell you what is it that we can do with Alibaba. Now, one thing that's extremely important is an omni-channel cold outreach. So as you know, some people are super active on LinkedIn and some people are not. Some people are actually maybe active on LinkedIn and emails both, but they don't answer their phone calls, especially in certain industries. For example, I'll tell you a real example. Tech guys, if you're a startup founder or an e-commerce marketing manager, it's really difficult to get hold of them through phone call. But LinkedIn and cold emails would work for sure. On the other hand, if you are a spa owner, it's really easy to get a hold of you through phone call, maybe not as much on LinkedIn. So we have to make sure that we know the value proposition and also the industry. What kind of industry are we targeting? If we know that industry is super active on LinkedIn and cold emails, for example, we have to make sure that we are doing an omni-channel approach. Reach out to them both. We have to adjust our strategy based on their presence and their availability to get the maximum results. There are actually clients that we serve who actually use all 4 of our services. We LinkedIn on their behalf, we cold email, we cold call, we actually do Alibaba, depending on, of course, what they do and whatnot. Sometimes, most of the times, it's actually 2, either maybe a combination of calls and LinkedIn, combination of emails and calls, or LinkedIn calls and emails. So what I'm trying to say is that although we offer a 100% done for you service, but it's a service, it's not a product. So we have to understand your business, and based on that, we can then recommend our proposal to you. We can send our proposal to you, and together we can decide what's best for you. So you don't have to just do cold email or just do LinkedIn or do all. You can pick and choose based on what you are selling, based on what your target audience wants. So what's next? If you're interested, please reach out to us. That's the step number 1. I would love to know you. I would love to know more about your business. What is it that you do? And then together we can create a plan that, hey, this is what we have to do. These are let's say, like a sample lead list. This is a sample draft script. What do you think? That would be the first step. The second step would be to make sure that the infrastructure is set up, especially with cold emails. With cold calls, it's super easy. We can get you a number, right? And then start the calls, write the script, find the people, start the calls. With cold emails and LinkedIn, it's a little bit tricky, especially with cold emails. We have to make sure, as I mentioned earlier, that the configuration has to be done, the deliverability has to be there, the emails has to be warmed up, the CRM has to be set up and whatnot. So we have to make sure that the infrastructure is set up. So that would be the step number 2. The third and fourth step, we have to make sure that the lead list is approved. Like, I will find the people, send it to you. Again, unlimited revisions with the scripts and the lead list. But yeah, as soon as you are completely fine, like on board, then you are like, yeah, this is the lead list I want to go after. So that would be the step number 3 and 4. Step number 5, let's go sell it. We have the infrastructure, we have the plan in place, we have the lead list, we have the script. We start reaching out to them, and we keep your calendar full of meetings with qualified and sales-ready people. That's about it. If you have any questions about the industry, if you want to know more, here's my contact details. Please feel free to call me, text me, email me. My email is sean@GoSell.ca. Or here's my Calendly link. Please feel free to go to our website, which is GoSell.ca. There's a Calendly link there as well. Book a call. Would love to see you, and I guess we can go from there. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.